What's going on, everybody? I appreciate all of you hanging out, waiting on the streams to start. For those of you catching replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So we got a couple of niche fragrances to check out. Fortunately, the new Isola Soul. Obviously, very excited. I have not sprayed it yet. Very excited. I have super high hopes. We're saving that for last because I've got crazy high hopes because, as you know, Isola Blue, Oligarch, Parfum, and EDP, 10 out of 10. The first fragrance I ever gave a 10 out of 10 to until this came along, But still, there's only two out of the thousands of fragrances I've smelled that I've ever given a 10 to. Jayne reached out, wanted to send me the new rebottling of Montabaco Flor. I believe this was a previous release and they're changing their bottles. So a Montabaco flanker, count me in, sure. Absolutely want to check it out. And then same thing with Untamed Perfumes, Dancing in the Flames. She reached out and asked if I was interested in checking out her newest creation. Absolutely. She makes very unique, especially My Greek Lover. My God, try My Greek Lover. Very unique fragrances, super high quality raw materials here. So yeah, of course. So we got some niche stuff to check out. I have high hopes for all of it. Will they all deliver? I don't know. We'll find out though. And speaking of niche, I just happen to be wearing niche today. Xerjoff Mephisto. My favorite take on the Silver Mountain Water style. I like the addition of the florals and the elimination of the tea note. It's not as inky, but still very metallic, clean musk, bright, fresh citrus, watery, but soft and powdery and floral as well. That's the trade-off. Instead of the tea note, you have the rose and the iris. I love it. I love it. The wife made sure to let me know how good I smell. She's a huge fan of this one, as am I. So it's Blue Fragrance Week, by the way. We're wearing all blue fragrances this week. You can't even see them all going all the way down. But structure to this week, we're wearing blue fragrances. A little defeated today. Just had to check in with my coach. And while I was hopeful that I could at least have a little bit of oats with breakfast tomorrow, we are continuing down the path of zero carb until further notice because I do have a few more pounds to lose. Got to do what I got to do. Got to do what I got to do to get on stage. But Jesus Christ, the last 3 days of zero carb have been brutal. And we're continuing that trend. So zero carbs. Think about that. True zero carb. That shit sucks. So that's what's going on in my world. After this, I'll be going to do my second round of cardio for the day. I'm doing cardio twice a day, every day. But we're 10 days away from getting on stage for the first show. And then there's additional 4 weeks after that for the second show. So I appreciate all of you being in here. For those of you getting here just now, hit that thumbs up. It does help. We've got 70 people in the first 3 minutes. I don't expect a huge crowd because it's niche fragrances, but you never know. I anticipate our usual core group of around 100 for these live streams. So let's get caught up in the chat real quick, and then we'll dive into the first one around the 10-minute mark. Wearing Sedley, excellent choice. Mr. M.A. Styles, wearing the new Vibrant Summer that everybody and their mama wants to keep telling me about. I'm going to grab it eventually, guys. Don't worry. Kaylin, good to see you, sir. Vibrato's great stuff. Dan Not the Man wearing Downtown Deja Vu. Damn good fragrance. Speaking of, that is, you can't see it, it's off screen, but I'm wearing that this week too. I got that lined up for Saturday. The plan is for that to be my Saturday fragrance. Great choice. Neil, good to see you, sir. He would happy to know that. Wearing Eros Flame, the real best in the line. I agree. Haven't tried the new one yet, though. I have high hopes for it. Old school vibes. Last good 2 hours because nothing sticks to my skin. Sorry to hear that, man. The EDT and EDP more. Hey, everybody likes what they like, Born in Roma Intense. That's a good fragrance. She made me proud wearing Flame. There you go. Givenchy Gentleman Eau de Toilette. Bleu de Chanel EDP. Excellent choice. Ethan, good to see you, sir. Wearing Pear Ink from Juliet Has a Gun. Chanel L'Homme Sport. You damn sure can't go wrong there. Svengali, good to see you, sir. Wearing Bani from Day 3. So we got two people wearing my top two from Day 3 fragrances. Terre d'Hermes EDT. Can't wait to see your thoughts on Isola Soul. I'm saving it for last. That's my plan because it's the one I have the highest expectation for because it is in a line. It's continuing a line for a fragrance that I hold in the highest of regard. So fingers crossed. Emperor's X-Straight sampled Isola Soul. Interested in your opinion. Mine was meh. Well, I'm not going to take you saying meh into consideration at all. So thank you for leaving it at just meh because I've heard no one's opinion on this fragrance. I have stayed completely blind to everyone, and I plan on continuing that. So who knows, Leroy? It might be a 10 out of 10 for me. And you'll be like, this guy's a total shill for Roja Parfums. I'm never watching him again. That could happen. I'm not saying it will happen, and I hope it doesn't happen. But you never know. Because you feel it's meh. And if I rave about it, you may feel some type of way. And then again, you might be like, good for him. You never know. It's the internet, right? Yo, I'm on time today. Lamar Porthole. Oh, man, that's a good one. Testing Goldfield and Bank Sunset Hour, ATH Slut Elixir to see how they do in the heat. Hint. Very well. Polo 67, super wearable every day. I agree. Kevin, good to see you, sir. Wearing light blue. Oh, intense. You can't go wrong there. There's no Greek Lover here. I said you should try my Greek Lover, and this is a 30 ml of Dancing in the Flames. I only have 30 mls from Untamed Perfumes. Versace Porum, great choice. Damn, it smells good in the chat. Lorenzo Pizzaglia, I never say that right. Arctic Sea, it's been getting a lot of love lately. I haven't tried anything from the house. Dennis, good to see you, sir. True nice guy, but a perfect heel in the wrestling world, as you say. 2 E's, not heal like healing a wound. Heel like the heel of your foot, H-E-E-L. Aventus Absolute. Isola So is. I'm not reading the rest of that. I don't care what you think because I'm trying to stay blind. No one, please, until I spray that fragrance, tell me what you think of Isola Soul. I do not want to know. Let me repeat. I do not want to know what another human being thinks of this fragrance until I spray it, because I have a very high expectation and I want to maintain being as blind of other people's opinions as possible. So please, no one else type your opinion so I don't mistake it, because I pin most of the comments and I might start reading it like it just was and I have to hurry and click away. Please do not type your opinion about this until after I spray it. I don't want to know what anybody thinks. Please, seriously. I'd rather y'all spoil the other two than say a word about Isola Soul. You actually look like your brother, LOL. Hope your day's going well. Wearing Pacific Lime, they actually mix well together. Nitro Red and Pacific Lime, I can see those working together. Jasada Ambassador is amazing. I don't care what anyone says. Tarathi Blue, layered with Dylan Blue. I bet that works. Vince Camuto Ohm. I have the new Vince Camuto Ohm Intenso coming in one of these fragrance hauls that I ordered. Kix Griffey, Vintage Radio, really good fragrance. Kix Griffey approved. FWO Wolfpack for life. Today's scent is something I just got in the mail. Elysium O Intense, and man, it's a fucking banger. You and me are in the minority when it comes to that one, my man, because I agree with you. Wearing it continuously all summer. It's so unique. It's a little sour and damp, and the rhubarb really stands out in there. I think it's great. Not everybody feels that way. You and I are in the minority on that one. Jeff, good to see you, sir. Autumn and Zest by Dua. Clone, I assume that's what it was a clone of. Coco Loco, got my samples the other day. Josh, good to see you. Roaster Sloan, that's a great fragrance. God bless you, one step at a time. Yeah, for sure. Man, it's brutal. It really is. Hence why I'm that much more irritable, where I'm like, don't type your fucking opinions on Isola Soul. It's like I'm short fuse, guys. So please excuse me. I may offend some more than usual because I'm very deprived right now. Irritability is very high. So I apologize. Please don't take offense. If you do take offense, I don't know what to tell you. But irritability is really high with me right now because I'm so fucking deprived. It's unbelievable. It sucks. Got to do what you got to do, but it sucks. Niche Fragrance Live Crowd Assemble. I like it. To Me Awaken. Demigod from Tom Avicii. Explorer from Mont Blanc. Another one wearing Coco Loco. Great choice. Royale today. Criminally underrated. I agree. Because X is so good, it gets overshadowed, man. Bad Boy EDT for Kara. Sphinx Coconut Daiquiri for Rick. He done switched it to the picture that Joey likes to use of Chad. All right. It's not Ashton anymore. Now it's Chad. Vince Camuto Ohm. No Cap Fragrances said North Stag, Quattro, and Trois are practically the same. That's why you thought you were going nose blind vid. Do you agree? Who the fuck is No Cap Fragrances? No clue who that is. I don't even know who that person is, so I can't take their opinion into consideration because until now, I've never heard of this person. Shout outs to them. So I stated that Quattro is in the opening of Trois. Trois is, let's talk about what they really are. Afternoon Swim and Imagination. I feel like Imagination is just a deeper fragrance, a deeper version of Afternoon Swim, because Afternoon Swim is basically the opening of Imagination. So I wouldn't say basically the same thing. I would say the openings are basically the same thing for sure. But shout outs to whoever the fuck No Cap Fragrances is. No clue. Apparently he doesn't cap. It's the takeaway on that name. Shout outs to him. Him, her, whoever that is, you know. Shagaf Pour Homme, that's a great fragrance. Getting shredded. Yeah. It's coming at a cost, man. It's a bitch to get shredded. I got to say, it is a bitch. That's a damn good fragrance. That is a damn good fragrance. So underrated. Ross Blue Fragrance Week, huh? Have you tried Low Cobalt 7? I don't recall having tried that one. Blue with Character. Made my ears perk up on that. I like what I'm hearing there. Norstad Quattro, speaking of. Finally called alive. Good to see you, sir. Wearing Bani. You are one of 2 people wearing that in the chat today. Volcanus King of the Super Chat has arrived wearing Elysium. Not sure which version, but it doesn't matter because in my opinion, all 3 are good. Thank you for the Super Chat, sir. I sure appreciate that. Ormonde Man is on the menu. I do have that one. That's a very nice fragrance. Eros Parfums underappreciated, I think, anyways. No, it's not. It's not. I guess we'll start with this one. I mean, I'm not spraying it just yet, but the box isn't too crazy, you know, just to show you real quick. We'll get into that in a little bit. Gentle Fluidity Silver. Trying to hurry up and get caught up because we're 12 minutes in. I've never heard of that one. Trouble in Paradise. Jesus Christ. Come on now. Stop it. See, I know with me being animated, y'all are going to fuck with me a little bit. It's all good. By all means, fuck with me. I'm here for it. I've never smelled a Soul of Soul, but I've done some research. This should be very interesting. I'm fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed that I love it. Again, super high expectations for it. Ooh, Caribbean Casanova. I don't like oatmeal, so more power to you. I like regular oats, but oatmeal's got it's a little bit more involved. Apologies for what? Nobody apologized to me for the Soul of Soul thing. Nobody apologized to me. I'm just on edge. Again, this kind of stuff I'm saying in this live stream might get overblown and clipped. All the bitches on the internet will probably run with. I don't care. Any of you that are watching, thanks for watching. That are going to clip any of me venting or ranting about anything. Because again, irritability's up there right now, guys. I'm probably going to be snippy, as you could see so far. I'm going to be snippy. I'm very deprived right now. So nobody take it seriously. If you take it too seriously, that is your problem, not mine. I don't want anybody to take it too seriously. Please do not. If there was ever a Don't Be Thin Skinned live stream on this channel before, it's this one. Please, guys, please. Or leave, because I'm going to be snippy today. Bohemian Lime. Just came home, did a few sprays of Ventus Cologne. You, sir, smell incredible. Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm 3 days into it. I am super irritable right now. I probably shouldn't be live streaming because people are going to like really run with me being an ass today. I'm telling you. French Riviera, great fragrance. Great fragrance. Ferragamo Bright Leather, great fragrance. Is there a rant coming? You're getting through it right now. A lot of you do enjoy the rants. We just gained like 20 people since I ranted a little bit. Mango Thai Lime arrives tomorrow. I'm confident you are going to like that, Randy. That is such a good fragrance. You're about to start your competition journey. You did tell us you were going to be cranky at the close. Yeah, I did. I've been warning people for months that this was coming. This right now. Not even peak week yet. It's a few days away from peak week, but it's getting. I'm at the really hard part. It's getting really hard at this point. So I'm going to skip the OG Elysium, the Parfum, the best one in my opinion, of course. Good to see you, sir. I've never tried that one. Greenlee's a great fragrance though. Boz has arrived. Good to see you, sir. Dropping by to pay my respects. We sure appreciate that. So guys, I'm going to skip down a little bit. What's going on, Oos? I see you. We'll skip down a little bit and let me catch these last few. I have. Everybody and their mom has been messaging me about it. I'm going to grab it at some point. I haven't had a chance to go swing by Ross Dress for Less yet. This should be a video series. Come on now. I love to sit with you and Jordan and talk fragrances and wrestling. As do I. I love when I get to chat with Jordan. How many calories a day? It's like right around, I did the calculation yesterday. It's right around 1,700, but I'm burning just from cardio. Just from the cardio I'm doing, I'm burning like a little over 1,000 calories. Not counting my weightlifting. That's just the cardio sessions. So it's not much. When you look at what I burn versus my intake, we're talking a few hundred calories that I'm actually keeping and not burning. Yeah. brutal. It's freaking brutal. So, like I was saying, we'll probably start with Untamed Perfumes. Let's start with Dancing in Flames. I have no clue what the notes are. Haven't looked. She puts the little cotton right there. So, anybody that's familiar with My Greek Lover should have high expectation. She has a bunch of other really good fragrances, but My Greek Lover is my favorite. These are all extracts, high oil concentration. She uses very high quality stuff, a lot of naturals. We're going to go right here by the sun. Give it a spritz. Again, I haven't seen a note breakdown. She reached out, offered it up. I said, sure, what the hell? I have no clue what I'm getting into here. Don't know what to expect with a name like Dancing in the Flames. But here we are. We're in it. Gave that a second. Ooh, that's got an interesting woody musk to it, but it's very aromatic at the same time. That's a dirtier musk. That's a little creamy. That doesn't come across as a very synthetic musk. I'm not going to sit here and say it's deer musk, but it's not your typical like designer synthetic musky smell. If it's civet, it's a very specific way it's coming across, but it's very musk dominant. Very musk dominant. Not a big musk guy. But the quality here is undeniable. There's a freshness to it, but I don't get a bunch of citrus. I don't get a bunch of sweetness either. I get woods and musk and aromatics is basically what I'm getting here. You know, it's rare I come across a musk that I would deem a little on the dirty side that I kind of enjoy. Like I'm kind of digging this in a weird way. And I typically wouldn't be a fan of this type of muskiness. I'm normally clean musk guy. Just a little bit of spice creeping in. She always shows out. Untamed Perfumes, they always show out with these blends. Very original. Doesn't strike me as anything I've smelled before. Let's see if she's got it on Parfumo. If not, we'll go to her website. It is there. Let's see. Gourmand Spicy Smoky. See, I don't get apricot. I don't get any fruitiness here. Cinnamon, Greek mastic, nutmeg. See, I definitely get some spice. Frankincense, Greek rose, honey, immortelle, roasted barley, roasted cocoa. Wow, all right. Amber benzoin, birch tar. That makes sense. Cade, juniper, cashmere wood, frankincense, labdanum, resins, vanilla absolute. It's got this darker, musky element to it. I was convinced it was going to be like some civet or something like that. It's getting very woody and smoky as it's settling down. Like very smoky, especially. So this cashmere wood, there must be a decent percentage of it here because I get a strong woody nuance. Could be nutmeg as well, adding to that. Nutmeg's kind of a dry, woody spice type of smell. So I'm guessing nutmeg and cashmere wood is the woodiness that I'm getting. But I'm getting plenty of smokiness here. Like I would rank that as the #1 accord because now that it's calming down a little bit, it's very smoky. Like very, very smoky. Drastic change. Like it's a smoky wood bomb now. Not as spicy as you would think looking at that. There's spice, but it's not like overwhelmingly nose-tingling spicy. It's getting smoother. There's a little bit of a creaminess starting to come in. It's getting real nice. This is getting real nice. It's still got this aromatic quality to it. Like I don't get loads of sweetness. Like seeing gourmand, seeing things like honey and apricot, you would think just super sweet. It's really not that sweet. Blended in there, balanced, sure, but I wouldn't call it a sweet fragrance. I wouldn't call it a delicious fragrance, really. There's a distinctive sweet, creamy tone that's settling in more, but I get more of a woody, smoky nuance with a nice undertone of spice. It's changing, though. It's definitely nuancing. That's going to be one of the beauties of what we're doing here today is these are quality niche fragrances. So I expect and anticipate nuance and development with these fragrances. Like if I wait 30 minutes and come back to this, I anticipate it to smell different from what I'm getting right now. It's gotten way creamier, way creamier. It's almost like every single time I go back to it, it's creamier than it was the previous time I smelled it. And I don't know what to attribute it to. It could be a number of things. It's kind of balancing out the smokiness because 2 minutes ago I was calling it a smoke bomb. And now it's not as smoky as it was. It is getting a little bit sweeter, but it's getting much creamier. This is really, really good. It's getting really good by the moment. Like the opening was not, it can't touch with this few minutes of development. It's just going to continue to get better and better. I think it's a safe 8 out of 10 here with potential for that to keep climbing because it's at minimum a great fragrance. Just in these early stages, it's developing kind of rapidly. Creamy, a little sweet, still smoky, still has the spice. I still don't get all that much fruitiness or anything like that. Like I would say apricot minimal here. Maybe it's me, maybe it's my skin. I don't know. Really good fragrance though. I got to say, we're starting off really well here. I didn't know what to expect because I had no idea what the profile was. I hadn't looked at a note breakdown or anything or read a story about it. And actually, let's go to her website and read the story. So, new release now available. Dancing in the Flames. Let's read the story. Okay. Dancing in the Flames celebrates the journey of transformation, capturing the dynamic energy and vibrancy of a phoenix rising from the ashes. In Greek mythology, the phoenix is a magnificent and mythological bird associated with rebirth and renewal. It is said to live for centuries before bursting into flames and being reborn from its own ashes. This cyclical, is that how you say it? Cyclical? I'm not familiar with that word, so shame on me. Regeneration symbolizes resilience and the ability to overcome adversity. The phoenix's legendary ability to rise from the ashes mirrors the human experience of facing challenges, enduring tribulations, and emerging stronger than before. Its story serves as a powerful metaphor for the resilience of the human spirit, reminding us that even our darkest moments, there is potential for renewal and transformation. Wear Dancing in the Flames and be reminded of the indomitable nature of the human soul, that even in times of darkness, every ending heralds a new beginning. Dancing in the Flames opens with apricot, cinnamon, nutmeg, and mastic, igniting the senses with a tantalizing warmth. As the perfume evolves, roasted cocoa, roasted barley, frankincense, immortelle, Greek rose, and honey intertwine, creating a rich and multifaceted heart. In the base, cashmere wood, incense, amber, labdanum, benzoin, resins, birch tar, cade, and vanilla absolute form a solid foundation, grounding the scent with a sense of comfort and warmth. So, and not available in 100 ml, 30 ml, and 50 ml. Again, she uses extremely high quality oils. These are all original blends. This is true niche. With some real development. This is actually really freaking smooth. Like really, really smooth. Impressive stuff. Yeah, I'm going to stick with 8 out of 10 for now. Not a warm weather fragrance. I would say mild weather to cool weather. Daytime and or evening, depending on the situation. Not the most casual fragrance. I would think better in evenings or adventure. And when I say adventure, I don't mean like hiking trails. I mean like going out into the world doing something, not just hanging around the house or going to work. I mean an adventure beyond something like that. We're going to go with 8 out of 10. Yeah. Dancing in the Flames, another solid creation from Untamed Perfumes. I don't know how easy it would be to get a sample. I know there's a spot on her site to get samples. Let's get caught up in the chat real quick. Roy, good to see you, sir. Sent me a sample of Salish Sea, and it was like getting a taste of ocean water. It's super salty. The kelp, the seaweed in there is very believable. That's another really good. That's super salty niche aquatic right there. Bitter and salty seaweed kind of thing. Really, really good stuff. Well, I thought at first it was musk. It's actually not. Changed drastically from that initial spray. Big difference. Big difference. I've got quite a few new fragrances to open when I get home off the road. Well, I hope you enjoy them. Eric, good to see you, sir. Renaissance just got Bois Imperial by Essential Parfums. Excited to check it out. Amouage Enclave Mint Bomb, mint and incense. That's a beautiful fragrance. Everyone should have GFS in their collection, in my opinion. Clean, fresh, and versatile. Today I tried a few more Memo Paris, and I can really recommend Marfa. I've never tried that one. This is the company that makes my Greek Lover. Sure is. Want my first Issey Miyake. What's best for high heat and humidity in Cancun? Low Dissy Vetiver, Solar Lavender, or another one? I would say Fusion Dissy. Get the tropical one. Coconut sunscreen tropical. If you're wanting to go to Cancun with that, I wouldn't go with Vetiver or Solar Lavender. Vetiver would work. Solar Lavender, I think, would be a little cloying in that weather. It's not a soapy lavender. It's more of a suffocating, powdery type of lavender, spicy. So like not a lot of sprays with that one in the heat. Whereas something like Fusion Dissy, that would be the way to go. Ask me anything about it, Ross. Well, there we go. She has arrived. Good to see you. So I'm curious, did you put a lot of apricot oil in here? Because I don't really get any of it. Like seeing Gourmand as the main accord that they listed here on Parfumo kind of surprised me, because I definitely get plenty of incense, birch tar. I'm assuming you got a decent dose of cashmere wood and nutmeg here, because I get a nice strong woody nuance. And also my biggest question, I think, is what can I attribute this dominating development of creaminess to? Because I know it could potentially be a few different things here. So I actually have a few questions for you. I think that 8 out of 10 is just a nice baseline, because as this develops, I feel like the rating will continue to grow. Because this is so much smoother. I don't know if you were here when I initially sprayed it, but I thought it was a musky fragrance at first, like a dirtier musk, and it changed drastically because I'm not a big dirty musk kind of guy. I don't know what I was getting at first. Maybe it was the mastic, the way it was coming off of my skin, but it's developed greatly. I'm very curious on your thoughts here. It will change a lot, many layers to this one. That's what it seems like, because it's only been on my skin for, 15 minutes? And it's been rapidly changing. I think this is too nuanced to look at something you would layer with. I think there's just so much to behold here. And again, this is a 15-minute sample size so far, and it's rapidly changed. I don't think this is one you would want to layer. Not that I'm the layering type anyways, but I think this is one that you want to let do its magic, work its magic, and develop. Nitro White's a great fragrance. Salute to everyone in the chat. Won't be able to reply much. Hands are busy, but I'm tuned in. We appreciate you, though, Bishop. Good to see you, sir. Porto Neroli from Alhambra. Bring on the heat. Named after Phoenix. Hey, everyone. Torino 22 again. Great stuff. Great stuff. Get caught up in this chat. The animalic aspect you're picking up may be from the honey, not likely the musk. Okay, so you were here when I initially sprayed it. Then I see where I'm at in the chat. With this one, that would make sense. If it's more of a raw honeycomb type of, honey absolute, then that would make sense. That I could totally see that. Then I think the mastic might be playing a little bit of a role too. A little coniferous kind of at first, that initial blast. Good to see you, Dan. Been enjoying the clones. I ponied up and got Elysium Parfum Cologne. Hell, I mean, you can't go wrong there, my man. I have not tried anything from that. I certainly see him. Could be that initial spray from the new bottle. I found sometimes you have to spray out the first few and then let it chill for a bit. You're right. Very much could be the situation. But this is a fresh pour. This is her new release. I don't know how long it macerated for, but let's call it 6 months of maceration. That's still a pretty fresh pour. So that very well could be the case, but I don't want to assume that. I think it was just a chemical reaction on skin with that initial blast. Next time I spray it, I'm going to see if I get the same thing. I have a feeling I may not, though, because there's some merit to what you're saying. That is a thing. I'm not refuting what you're saying. I just don't, because of the way this one nuances and how developed and complex it is, I don't want to attribute it to something like that simple. I think there's more to it than that. 3.5%. So there you go. It is a lower percentage. Overall, it's actually a decent percentage now that I think about it. Rubroca Immortal. I think the roasted materials may come across as creamy. That could be what's doing it then. Because I'm not familiar with roasted barley. I couldn't tell you distinctively what that smells like. Roasted cocoa, sure, of course. And I don't get a whole lot of that, but I could see where that could add creaminess. Yeah, My Greek Lover is all the hype on this channel for sure. That's definitely the one I put the biggest stamp of approval on. It's end of the day pond water, swimming today after the workout. Well, enjoy yourself, Dakota. Yeah, wee bit of mastic in the opening. And that could be what's doing it to me. I don't know. Summer evening scent, not hyped and niche. Scent of the day, Mahir Legacy. You can grab Sedley when this bottle is gone. That's the one I would recommend, actually, is Sedley. The barley. Okay, so it's got to be the barley. And hard to tell until you give it a few wears for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. This one definitely nuances. I would strongly encourage you guys to check out more from Untamed beyond just My Greek Lover, even though that's the one I rage about all the time. Again, if you want a very photorealistic, bitter, salty seaweed kind of fragrance, Solace Sea would definitely be the way to go. I'm going to pull up the Discovery set for anybody who wants to check it out. So she does offer them for $65, and they come with the following: Shaped by the Wild, Mavlana in the Medieval City, Chocolate Earth, Running with the Wolves, Blackbird, which is phenomenal, My Greek Lover, and Solace Sea, which are my top two, and then this one, Dancing in the Flames. So if anybody wants to get a sample size of what's available from the house, she's got 7 offerings here that you can get for $65. That's actually 8 of them, I'm sorry, for $65, 2 ml sprayers. So that's kind of going rate for a niche discovery set. So it's nothing wild and crazy. And you could 2 ml is plenty to really discover what's going to be full bottle worthy for you. Again, nudge, nudge, hint, hint, My Greek Lover. I can't say enough good things about that. The quince and white grape, just the way it comes across is just magnificent. That's a hard to beat, unique, fresh fragrance. It really is. Yeah, I actually made it to the bottom because we have more of the main crowd for our live stream. Because usually when we're anywhere from 90 to 120 people, that's like the core audience for this channel and live stream. We got 114 currently as I say this. That's you guys that show up no matter what the topic is. So since it's a niche topic, it's kind of what I anticipated is where we're at with you guys as far as the size of the audience. That's exactly what I expected. So I appreciate all of you for being here. If we were talking cheaper stuff or had a special guest or Justin or something like that, we'd be over 200. You know, we'd have a bigger audience, but this is the core. I call you guys the core audience because you guys are here no matter what. Y'all are here for the ups and the downs of what my live streams bring, and I appreciate you guys the most. Good to see you, Donald. About to head out to nephew's baseball game, rocking Sauvage Parfum. I forgot how good it is. I didn't forget. That's my favorite version. I hope he has a great game, too. Beach Bum Exact by Essential Obsessions. Been watching you for 4 years now. Well, I sure appreciate that. The channel will be 5 years old on July 11th. Will be 5 years I've been making content here on YouTube. Let them know, Dame. Let them know. Good to see you, Ryan. Only got a small collection. The only one I can say I 100% love for all year round is my Sauvage EDT. And don't let anybody talk you out of enjoying that fragrance because this community will try to jade you like you should not like that fragrance. It smells great, man. Enjoy it. Every time you wear that, I want to let you know you smell incredible because I love wearing that too. Another 13. That gets a lot of love. Shout out to EQ. I know it's a boring comment, but it is what it is. See, that right there, that's this online community doing that to you. Don't let anybody's opinion affect what you enjoy. That's the best advice I can give you, my man. Been looking around and getting some samples this week. Ross, anyone got some stuff I should take a look at? Untamed. My Greek Lover, I can't hint, nudge, nudge enough. And day 3 fragrances, get a discovery set from day 3 so you can check out Bani, Downtown Deja Vu, La Tacita de Cafe, Say Less, Philosophia. He's got a bunch of great offerings too. That's 2 I would strongly encourage. So what's going on, Mikey? Here we are. We've only gone through 1 so far. The newest release from Untamed Perfumes is called Dancing in the Flames. Very creamy, slightly spiced, smoky, woody, sweet fragrance, developing greatly. This is all quality niche stuff we got in this live stream. the spices coming back around with this one. Never ordered anything from them. K Godson, it's good to see you. I hope you enjoy it. That is a masterpiece, in my opinion. It's that frag I heard earlier that's at Ross. The new Tommy Vibrant Summer. Apparently in the realm of like a LeBeau coconut type of DNA. Outside graduation this Friday. Gin tonic or Elysium? Elysium. Just shoot from the hip. Still here. Can't driving, can't see the chat, but hearing you though. Well, I appreciate you, my man. So on that note, let's go ahead and dive into Montabaco Flor from Ormonde Jayne. Like I said before, I believe this was released previously. I think they're changing their bottles, is my understanding. They had reached out and asked if I was interested in checking it out. And absolutely. Big fan of this brand, as I am with Untamed Perfumes and Roja Parfums. So yay me. Yes, all three of these fragrances were sent to me, but you guys know me. All of you, all my regulars do anyways. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. I tell you what I really think at all times. This sucker is in here. Wow. Hard to get that bottle out. Oh, this is a fingerprint magnet already. Just from touching it, just one time, I got a thumbprint on it. So they're new bottles, at least this bottle, highly reflective, mirrored, but fingerprint magnet. Heavy though for a 3-ounce bottle. Very heavy. A lot of metal here. Clicks into place. Just loaded with fingerprints already. Gonna be hard to keep this one clean. That's okay though. Atomizer's lined up. It's always a nice touch. Big wide mist. I don't know what to expect. Montabaco DNA. I'm assuming soft synthetic woods, leather, tobacco as the basis. I don't know, because that's what the other ones I have, Verano and Intensivo, are. I would assume florals, because the name Flor. I haven't looked at the notes. I don't know. They offered it. Sure. What the hell? Love the brand. Love the line. I'm assuming I would love the fragrance. Soapy floral. Not earthy and animalic. Very soapy. Didn't see that coming. Very soapy. Soapy, woodsy. Still smells like the Isoi Super base or Cashmere Wood Isoi Super concoction for the Montabaco line. A little flowery and powdery. More feminine than the others. But very soapy. Like very soapy. I was not anticipating this. It's not a bad thing. I just didn't see it coming. It's actually quite nice. I feel like soapy fragrances. That makes it a little generic, though. So that's kind of disappointing that it's so soapy. But again, it's the first minute. We got to give it a little bit of time to develop. But while we're giving it a minute to develop, let's take a look at the notes. So that's the old bottle. See, it did have an older bottle. Fresh floral. So let me go to their website. Ormonde Jayne. Let's just type in Flor. Here we go. The new Montabaco Flor. Seasonless, tantalizing, ravishing. Floral, but as expected with a name like Flor. This perfume is a glorious bouquet of freesia, jasmine, water lily, orange flower, lang-a-lang, a stunning blend that quite simply outperforms as the ultimate showstopper. I think that's a bit bold here. Very soapy floral. Perfect for any occasion, it creates the ambiance of supreme confidence and attractiveness. Now, supreme confidence, yes, because you have to be confident to rock this. So we're talking bergamot, juniper, cardamom, gardenia, freesia, rose, tobacco leaf, Isoi Super, suede ambergris. So there's your core DNA. Tobacco leaf, Isoi Super. It's only giving the head notes here. Okay. So the florals here really stand out, as does the Isoi Super. I definitely get that. The tobacco, not so much. Maybe it'll come in more and add a little bit of an earthiness, but very much a clean, white floral, soapy, fresh fragrance. So I agree with a lot of the things they're saying here. Now, I wouldn't go with high level of attractiveness, supreme confidence, though, because for guys to wear this, it is supreme confidence because it's floral dominant, but it doesn't smell girly. When I say that, I want to specify, I don't mean it's too feminine. It's just a soapy floral. Not everybody's into soapy florals. I think it's a very clean fragrance. If you like fragrances like Exit the King from Italie d'Orange, that's a floral soap fragrance. Literally, soap foam is one of the accords with white florals. If you like that, that's more feminine than this. You'll probably really like this. So not the same fragrance as this, kind of though. Similar note breakdown, not exactly the same, but in the same realm. This looks like it's a little bit more involved, and that could be the overall actual formula. I don't know, but according to the brand, this is what you can expect. A lot of all of that, all of this note breakdown is in here for the older bottle, which I do like that bottle more. I wish it was that bottle because this is a fingerprint magnet. If it could stay clean, it's nice and pretty, but I prefer the other one. Quality stuff, even though it's loaded with Isoe Super and ambergris. That's one of the beauties of the Montabaco line, I find, where it's clear synthetics, but it still smells of quality for what it is. Almost like upper echelon designer approachability. Designers are really approachable and easy to wear most of the time. That's where the Montabaco line shines. Kind of in the realm of what Parfums de Marly is with synthetics, like your Percivals and your Sedleys and so on. But the biggest difference here is it's a little bit more on the basic side because of the soapiness, but then it's not too basic because it's floral dominance. I would say Freesia Jasmine is probably the biggest stars of this show, where it's more Freesia than anything else because it's a very, very fresh, soapy floral smell with just the right amount of woodiness, a touch, just a little hint, pinch of spice, not much cardamom here, just a little bit. The juniper is probably adding to the soapiness, but I think it's very good, 7.5 out of 10. So the problem with this one getting a very good rating and not a great rating was I started with a great fragrance first. This is a better fragrance. This is more situational than this is. This is more of an everyday, just clean, soapy wear. But this is more interesting. This is a deeper scent. This tells a story where this is just, throw a clean white shirt on or a nice Oxford and go on about your day. This is adventurous. So that's the problem here. Had I started with this one, it might have gotten an 8, but I started with something that's more impressive. So immediately I'm taken back a little bit where this isn't as good. So it's going to get a 7.5. Still very good in my rating system, 7.5 out of 10. It's just when you compare it to what we started with, it's a bit more basic. Make sense? See if anybody else has tried this. Get caught up with this chat. They sure do. I'm hoping to check it out. Scandaloso. I have not tried it. Nice to see you as well, sir. Heat's starting to kick in here now. Cineday MFK 724, perfect for the heat and humidity. Good to see you, Tay. Man, my wallet needs a break. Well, take a break, man. You don't have to buy everything that you see or that I like or anything like that, man. Never feel pressured to buy a fragrance or a sample or a discovery set. Never feel that way, man. It can get out of hand if you start doing that. Take it from a guy that overconsumes. I got 3 more fragrance hauls coming of stuff I bought. I'm always buying stuff. But my situation is a little different. This is what I do. Just sprayed half a spray of Tony Iommi Monkey Special on my arm. Oh my fucking God. I can't believe how good it is. It gets a lot of love. It's very highly praised. Probably my number 2 favorite fragrance behind Burlington. That's fair. Burlington's a masterpiece. Works fine in the heat. I know you meant heat. Works fine in the heat too. Oh, that was a repeat? Yeah, it was a repeat. No tobacco. I don't get much tobacco here. There's a dark element kind of hiding in the back, but it does not distinctively give me earthiness. It doesn't distinctively smell like tobacco. As it dries, maybe in an hour or something like that, maybe it'll come out more, but right now, not really. If anything, I would say I get more of that suede accord than I do the tobacco. Definitely get the Isoe Super. I get plenty of Freesia. And I'm assuming it's the cardamom is the little pinch of spice that I get, but it's pretty good. I have not. Keep up the good work in your training, Ross. I know you'll make your daddy proud. That's the plan. That's the plan. I'm assuming he will be regardless. May God rest his soul. Fiero, that's a beautiful fougere. French Defense, my bottle's coming in. I got tracking today. It got removed from the exemption list on my So Avant-Garde collaboration, so I picked that for this month. Got tracking today. Hell yeah. I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's so good. Plan on picking up a few more things from day 3. Too bad your code isn't. Well, he only left it up for a few weeks, you know. Shout outs to Mike for doing that, though. You know, there's no kickback or anything like that. It's just there for you guys, just to hook you guys up. Best pina colada fragrance, I would say, is Cocktails and Catamarans from Scent Journey Fragrances, another great indie brand that mainly makes tropical fragrances. I have their newest release being featured in the video I'm going to record in tomorrow. Bluegrass and I forgot the name of it. It smells like rye and bourbon. Bluegrass and bourbon. It's phenomenal. But as far as pina colada, their first release, Cocktails and Catamarans, best pina colada coconut creamy blended drink fragrance I've ever smelled. Nuclear, suffocating, choke you out at 4 sprays kind of power too. It's got Ambroxan and all that stuff in it. It's crazy, crazy strong. They are, but I don't care for them. I don't mess with them. It intrigues me heavily too. It's my favorite in the line. Just purchased a refrigerator with the wife. She wasn't amused when I said, now I can order more fragrances. Made sense to me. Hey, man, justify however you can. Just don't get yourself in trouble. It was good to hear you and Omos chop it up for real. That's my guy. So the wrestling talk was a little bit more of what we do on the phone. Like I was kind of surprised. Like I know I initiated the wrestling talk and I was kind of surprised he fed into it as much as he did. Because you got to understand, fragrance is an escape from his everyday life. Fragrance is his passionate hobby. It's his main hobby. I can tell you firsthand, I've been to stores sniffing fragrances with this man. He loves. There is no tapping out. There is no nose fatigue. Jordan, the Nigerian giant Omas, loves to smell fragrances. You hear me? So this hobby's an escape for him. So I typically don't push the issue of talking wrestling because obviously I want to talk wrestling. I talk fragrance all the time, whereas he lives the wrestling business. He's a WWE superstar. So he wants to escape from that sometimes and talk about his hobby. They're both hobbies for me. It's just I happen to be really good friends with this generation's giant in the wrestling business. You know what I mean? Yay for me. I'm very blessed to have that relationship. He's a great guy. It's just you guys got to see a little bit more of the kind of stuff we talk on the phone on camera. We normally don't talk wrestling when he comes on the channel much. That's the most wrestling talk I've gotten out of him on camera. So that was an absolute treat for me. I hope y'all enjoyed it too. Oh man, Bergamoto di Calabria from Acqua di Parma. Strong recommendation, sir. Strong recommendation. Randy has Porthole, Vibrato, Pacific Lime, Gin Tonic, and a bunch of other stuff coming my way. Randy's adamant, and I'm really inclined to agree. He's sending you a bunch of decants of some phenomenal stuff. I have all of those. I got a decant of Vibrato, but I have bottles of the other 3. Whew, summer lineup right there, my man. Oh, man. What's up, brother? How are you? Nitro Red, that's a great fragrance. Good to see Jared. Joel, sorry, talking to Jared. Nishane Wulong Cha, but my song on IG is not the Cha-Cha Slide. My ears were burning. What happened? Nothing. Mikey was talking about the decants you were sending him. Trying to drop weight myself. Any advice? Hire a coach. That'll show how serious you are. And people will say, but I don't want to spend a couple $100 on a coach. Well, that was the difference maker for me. The accountability from a professional. 2 years running and possibly going to be 3rd year because they give that award at the show I'm doing for Coach of the Year in Louisiana. My coach was Coach of the Year the last 2 years running, and she's up for it again this year. She's a former IFB. She's still got a pro card, but she's a former competing IFBB pro bodybuilder. Like, I'm not saying you got to hire that level, but hire a coach, man. YouTube and all that other stuff, they'll give you so much, but the accountability of checking in with somebody on a regular basis and having them cater something to you and your goals with the way you respond to things is the difference maker. Not even just to compete, like just to physically change your well-being. A coach, man, I'm telling you, a good coach goes along. Not a personal trainer, a coach. I'm telling you, it's the difference maker. If you're that serious, because I understand it's adding a bill is how you can look at it. You'll make the adjustments financially if you're really serious. That's my true advice. It is a difference maker. I can sniff and test all day. It's a release because I have so much other stuff going on. Yeah, for sure. For sure. African leather from MO Paris. Some days it's exactly the right thing. I would say save up and get gin tonic. You can get it for a little over $100 from discounters. Save up. That's always my recommendation. I enjoy a lot of the clones too, guys. But if you want the real thing, just save up and get the real. Skip the cheap. Think about this. Let's say it's $130. Just throw that number out there. Don't buy those $5 $30 fragrances next time, and buy that if you really want that. That's the God's honest truth of what I suggest. I enjoy all kinds of clones. But if you want the real deal, get the real deal, man. Just skip the cheapy hauls for 1 or 2 rounds and get the real deal, man. Because it's not like it's some crazy expensive fragrance. It's at discounters, it's typically less than what you're going to pay for around retail for 60 ml Elixir designer fragrances at this point. Like, I think Fragrance Buy had it in stock. Let me see what it's going for right now, just out of curiosity, before we get into the next one. So they had it in stock. So I want to show you. It's not in stock now, but when you pull it up just right here, like, see, it won't show the price right there, but when you go to type it in, see, it shows it was $109. I bet your last cheapy haul was 3 or 4 fragrances that equaled that. And that's my true recommendation, is skip that cheapy haul or the next 2 cheapy hauls. If you really want this, if you've sampled it and you've tried it, click notify me. When it comes in stock, buy that. It's not crazy expensive. You know what I mean? Get it, and it's going to be better than any clone anybody's going to make of it. I swear. In any clone company that's hearing this right now, yes, you're going to make something close, and I'm sure a bunch of people are going to love it. But reverse engineering something with some whomever that perfumed it versus the actual master perfumer that created this with the quality of oils that M. Mikalev's going to use at whatever flavor house they go to, it's not going to be the exact same experience. It's just not going to be. So again, while I review clones, I wear clones, I enjoy clones, I'm still a consumer, just like you guys. In this situation, in a lot of situations, this is my recommendation. Take it how you will, but you asked my opinion, and I am giving it to you. Long-winded, but I wanted to make it a point because I knew this was a situation where it's not real super expensive or anything. So I would encourage you to go after that. Now, if it was some $500 or $600 fragrance to treat, yeah, you're probably better off going with a clone because it's crazy to $500, $600, even $300. That's crazy for a lot of people. I get it. I don't like spending that on fragrance. Like when we get over $200, I said it yesterday. I gotta really want something if I'm spending over $200 on one fragrance. And this is what I do. I spend a couple thousand every month on fragrances. I spend anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 on fragrances monthly. Yeah, I get stuff sent to me, but I buy way more stuff than I, like just this past week alone, I spent like $800, $900 just this past week. So point being, even for me, I don't like spending crazy money on one fragrance either. So I want to make sure to let you know I'm not doing some high and mighty rant. I'm just giving you my real thoughts on it, on what I strongly suggest you do with that fragrance specifically. Yeah, I saw some at TJ Maxx the other day in the case. Saw they had some. Forget these things mainly function as an escape for many. Doesn't have to be hostile all the time. Smelling good and enjoying is easy work. Got Chrome Pure on the way. What would you say is your top 2 Chrome fragrances? So for me, the Eau de Parfum and the Extreme. But I like a lot of them. I wore Chrome last night. Funny enough. It's funny that you bring up Chrome. I literally wore the original last night in my little 30 ml. It's funny that you bring Chrome up. There's an argument that the original is still the best one. Though I don't think it is. I mean, it's an all-time great. But the Extreme smells like this mixed with Acqua di Gio Profondo. It's very metallic and aquatic. And then the Eau de Parfum smells like Profondo Lights mixed with this. Very green, but still metallic and aquatic. So the Eau de Parfum was not my favorite. It was like barely cracking the top 5, but over time it grew to be my favorite. And that happens sometimes. So for me, the Eau de Parfum Underappreciated, I would say something like the Parfum and then Aqua. A lot of people will tell you Aqua's phenomenal because it is. A lot of grapefruit. There's a herbal tea note in it, a mate note, and it's aquatic. So it's green, citric, and aquatic. The bottle's kind of a tealish green color. That color is what the smell is. It's kind of this teal aquatic, like aquatic meets green. Not the same kind of green because it's a bitter tea note. Not the same kind of green as the EDP. I know this is a very wordy answer, but I got a lot to say about Chrome. I love me some Chrome flankers. Chrome Intense is really good. Pure has that same mate note that I speak of that Aqua has. Like, there's a lot to explore in the Chrome line. I know I didn't give you just too much direct, but have fun exploring that line. They're affordable and they're fun. If you like one, you'll probably like them all, I guess is the best answer here. Just ate some good food, but won't say, shut up, damn it. Yeah, don't rub food in my face right now, please. Yeah, gin tonic's phenomenal. You had the opportunity to smell blue? Not yet. I still haven't. You know, Amas been telling me for 6 weeks now that he was sending me a decant. As mentioned, one I'm sending is Business Over Pleasure. I thought Mikey tried Business Over Pleasure, though. I could have swore he did. Completely got rid of any and all clones, stopped buying them. I have almost 100 fragrances now. I'd just rather get the real deal because it takes ages to finish anyway. That's fair. Again, I totally enjoy a lot of them. I love wearing certain ones, even when I have the real deal. Like, I have all 3 versions of Elysium. I still wear Elysium clones. Wear them more than I wear Elysium, but I still would recommend you get Elysium over the clones because it is the way to go. The real deal is always the way to go. You're going to spend more, but you're going to get the real experience, you know? It's popular. It goes in and out. Vimba has the discount. Vimba might have it in stock right now. Mika left 35. There you go. Thanks for letting everybody know, Ryan. So we got one more. We got Isola Soul. I saved the one I'm most excited about for last. Wishing you all excellent week. Pacific Rock Moss and Sole d'Italy. Excellent choices. Excellent choices. Thanks, sir. Last time I bought Cheap Men Sarah's Drapoise. Waiting for it to arrive. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for being here and asking, sir. You also get a large decant that will last a good amount. Yeah, if you have a sizable collection, 10 ml of something goes a long, long way, man. Osaito is one of their like smoky aquatics. I've been wanting to try that one. Eden Falls, I don't like. They sent that one to me like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't even like that. It starts off good, but it gets this weird lactonic like funkiness on my skin as it dries. And I know most people like Eden Falls. It just doesn't work for me. It starts off really good. And then when it gets into this lactonic vanilla weirdness, it just doesn't go well for me. All the other ones I have from them are great, but Eden Falls is the one where, like, no, I just won't wear it. I don't like it. But Osaito, I wish they'd send me that one. I'd love to check that one out. I don't ask for anything. They offer something up, and sure, because I enjoy the house. But there's that one, Eden Falls, I don't care for. I agree. $200 and up has to be like super love. And look, even if it's going to be a blind buy, I've got to be convinced. And it's still going to be a rare occasion. Like, that just goes to show how much I really like Le Male Essence de Parfum. I paid $220 for that discontinued, overpriced resale designer Le Male flanker. That's how much I wanted that. How much we in this household love that fragrance. I mean, my wife loves when I wear that. I strictly wear that to dinner. I wore it to dinner the last 2 times we went to dinner. I love Le Male Essence de Parfum. I was willing to overpay on that fragrance. That's the last fragrance in recent memory that I paid over $200 for. And it's way overpriced. So value is what, as an individual, you put on certain things. So let me get to the bottom a little bit more, and we're going to dive into Isola Soul. The weight is killing me. Got a sample Elysium Parfum Pour Homme. You're right about the opening. Definitely smoother and more rich than the Parfum Cologne. It is superior. It's one of, in my opinion, the best openings ever in fragrance. It's an experience to have. Not everybody needs to get a bottle. It's overpriced. Elysium Parfum, even from discounters, is too expensive. But that doesn't change the fact that the olfactive experience isn't worth having. It is something to behold. It is a special opening. That's my stance on it. If you're going to get one, that is the one of the 3 Elysiums, in my opinion. Best performing, best smelling. But even if you don't want to get a bottle of it, I still think it's an experience you should have. Just like everybody should try actual Aventus. Even if you're never going to get a bottle, Everybody should try Aventus and Aventus Cologne, to me. Problem is, if you try Aventus Cologne, you're probably going to want a bottle. Just throwing that out there. Just maybe want to pick up most of the chrome. And look, you could get like 4 of them for like under, you know, right around $100, over $100 slightly. And you don't need 100 mLs. Get 50 mLs. Half of mine are 50 mLs, and they're plenty. The one I just showed you is a 30 ml. I've had it for years now. Had this for years. And that's how big the dent is in a 30 ml. But I also have a ridiculous, absurd, unnecessary amount of fragrances. But if you got 50 fragrances, a 50 ml is plenty. You can always rebuy it if you happen to go through it, you know. Oh, I thought you did. Well, noted. Well, I hope you're in for a treat, because Randy sure loves the hell out of business over pleasure. So I have this weird thing with spraying decants. Like once I spray it, once I decide if I want a bottle or not, I won't touch the decant anymore. I'm weird like that. Sometimes I'll keep going back to a decant. If I'm just waiting and I can't get the bottle for the price I want yet, then I'll keep spraying the decant. Oh yeah, I'm sure that went fast. No worries. Good to see you, sir. Juicy Maximus. Oh, man, what'd you think? Let me know. Because speaking of one of the greatest openings, like I was saying about Elysian Parfum, Juicy Maximus. I don't know if Densmore is going to put out a fragrance I like more. I said that about Fallen Leaf, and it moved to number 2. Fallen Leaf is still special. It's like the ultimate autumn fragrance. But Juicy Maximus, man, unbelievable fruity opening. It's incredible. It's pure perfection for anybody who likes fruity openings. It's perfection. Dolce & Gabbana pineapple mixed with 13 ZZ01 batch of Aventus. It's a hybrid fragrance he made, for those of you curious. It's called Juicy Maximus. It's fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Play nice when you do stand. You preaching to the choir, my man. Hell, my Carolina Herrera fragrance haul this morning's doing shit. You know, if I'd have titled it differently, I probably could have got a little more out of it, but I was honest about what the title was. Carolina Herrera fragrance haul, and named the 3 fragrances, which 212 VIP men, I ended up really liking throughout the day. That's why I sprayed where I sprayed with these fragrances, because I still have these dry downs on. VIP is still right here. And Dazzling Garden got really good as it dried. It freshens up more. It becomes less bad boy and more like fresh blue, almost like aromatic as it dries. It's all 3 of them are really good. I'm sticking to my ratings, but 212 VIP men, I really like. Very fresh. I actually did an update shorts video like almost 3 hours into wearing it when I was heading to the gym. It's like really good. I have VIP Black coming. I have VIP Winds coming. I have VIP Smiley coming. I have VIP I Love New York coming. I have 4 more VIP flankers coming. I can't wait to check them out. I'm diving into Carolina Herrera more. It's just, there's so much out there to explore. I'm late to the game on a lot of things because there's just so much out there. All right, so let me skip down a little bit, guys. I apologize. Some of the best I've ever smelled in indie perfuming. Densmore's longevity doesn't fuck around. Extreme, EDP, and Aqua. That's my top 3. There you go. I would put Parfum number 4, Intense number 5. Yeah. So I'll get the smaller bottles. Yeah, for sure. Bigger bottles. If it's close in price, you just as soon get double for $8 more. Get double the fragrance. Why the hell wouldn't you? That'd be stupid not to. Even if you're not going to use it, it's $8. Pack of cigarettes. A pack of Marlboros is like $9. I don't know if you smoke. I hope you don't. I used to. I don't anymore. Word to the wise, anybody that does smoke cigarettes, if you stop, your nose and your taste buds get better. Just throwing it out there. You'll enjoy fragrance and food that much more. But all right, look, we're going to stop right here because the wait is over for me. I can't take it anymore. I have to know, is this worth a shit? Can this touch Isola Blue? We're about to find out. I've got high hopes. Look at that yellow. We had the baby blue previously. Let me go ahead and peel the plastic. Come on. Come on, you little bastard. There we go. So you guys can hear it. All right. We are going to go right here on the floor. 1 spray plus a kind of paintbrush passing kind of spray. All right. I know it's fruity. I've looked at the notes before. It's been a while since it got announced. I looked at it. I know it's fruity and tropical. I just don't remember much about it. Let's see. Oh, it's actually very floral. It's a tropical floral. Is that ylang-ylang? Like a lot of it. Is that why it's yellow? Yellow floral dominant? Didn't see that coming. I didn't remember that in the notes. It's quite floral. It's not as good as Isola Blue. Let me throw that out there now. It doesn't grab me the way Isola Blue does. But that doesn't change that it's a really good, airy, tropical, fruity, floral dominant fragrance. Powdery but juicy floral here. It smells like a lot of ylang-ylang and fruits and rose. Almost like Sicily's big brother. That's what it reminds me of a little bit, Sicily. I wonder if anybody else has said that. I don't know, because I've refused to see anybody else's opinion on this fragrance. Now, going back to what my man right here said earlier, I believe it was Dr. Banner, about it being too feminine for him. Was it you that said that? It was another person that said it. But I know you. I think you were the initial. Was it Dennis? It was either you or Dennis. I get the feminine comment now. It is. It's floral. You gotta like flowery fragrances, but I don't think it's super feminine. Anybody that understands my taste when it comes to flowery fragrances, iris is my favorite note, for God's sakes. I love rose. I got a rose tattooed on my fucking hand. Okay. Now it's part of tying into the lion and everything. There's a meaning behind it. But it's not just because I like rose oil and fragrance, but that's how I feel about rose, that I was willing to tattoo it on such an obvious place. Even when I wear long sleeves, you're going to see a rose tattooed on my hand. Point being, I love floral fragrances. It's got to be pretty damn feminine to be too feminine for me when it comes to floral dominance. Here, I could see where it'd be too feminine for some, but it is damn sure not too feminine for me. It's a fruity, fresh, tropical floral fragrance. It is not as good as Isola Blue. This will not be getting a 10 out of 10, but it's still going to be highly rated. I can tell you that now, because it is damn good. Let's pull up these notes, and I expect it to be quite the diverse note breakdown. Isola Soul, 7.1 out of 10, 121 ratings. My rating is going to be a little bit higher than that, but floral, fruity, yes, and more yes. Creamy, citrus, fresh, ylang-ylang. A lot of it too, guys. A lot dominant, clear as day. The first thing I picked up, abso-freaking-lutely. So apricot, mandarin orange, peach, bergamot, lemon petitgrain, jasmine, coconut, ylang-ylang neroli, ambroxan, musk, amorous, cedarwood, pink pepper, salty notes, sandalwood. That's a beautiful note breakdown. And I got to say, when you smell it, the things that jump out to me are citruses, fruitiness, which I could attribute to peach and apricot without it distinctively smelling like either. There's a sweet, fruity tone to it, but it's fresher than it is sweet. And that's due to all the citruses. The coconut here is just adding creaminess. Just like it does in Isola Blue, I don't get much coconut out of that one, just like I don't get much out of it here. But ylang-ylang and neroli, I would say, is your stars. With jasmine, all the florals here, especially ylang-ylang, is the star of this show. Ambroxan, I believe it, helping push. It's a little on the powdery side. This is a great couples summertime fragrance. Confident guys that enjoy a good floral fragrance. And my wife's going to want to steal this bottle. After I do these streams, I always hear, smell this and see what she thinks. And she's going to want this. And she cannot have it. She can spray from it, but this is not going on her shelf. No. She can spray it. She can come her ass in here and spray it when she wants to wear it, because she's going to want to steal this. I can tell you right now. This is like, it's hard to say because I'm in between great and outstanding. So I guess I'll do what I usually do and split the difference with an 8.75 out of 10. It's great, bordering outstanding. I do like it a lot. It just can't hold a candle to Isola Blue. I think it's a nice contrasting addition to this line that they're creating, though, because it's diverse. it doesn't just play off of the same DNA. While there's similar notes here and there's a similar theme, it fits the theme of what Isola Blue brought to the forefront here. I really like this. It is my favorite of the three. Obviously, I got the highest rating of the three in this video. This is my kind of style right here. This is definitely top 10 Roja Parfums for me, just not 10 out of 10 like Isola Blue. Yeah, this is good. This is a good one. I'm reminded of Sicily, though. I wonder if anybody else gets that. Eau de Soleil Blanc, a little bit, sure, but not so much. Torino 23, not really. Honestly, and I hate to even pull these sons of bitches up on here. You guys know I absolutely hate this website. I'm not even going to put it on screen. I just want to see for myself if anybody else gets Sicily. Because I get Sicily from this a little bit. Let's see. No, nobody. Fan Your Flames X, somebody put. No, nobody else gets Sicily. Apparently, I stand alone. I get some Sicily out of this. I mean, let's pull up the notes just so I can show you guys what the relation I'm getting here. The Lang Lang, mainly. If you like Sicily, you'll definitely like this. It's a very similar top mandarin, bergamot, peach, jasmine, lang lang, rose, musk, woody notes. A lot of the same notes here. And it's very similar. It really is. So in some ways, you can look at, you're getting almost the same experience with Sicily, but I would say this is definitely a lot more going on. This is, I don't want to say one's more potent than the other because Sicily's beastly too, but I would say this is more complex. This has more nuance and the quality is definitely superior with Isola Sol. You're fine with Sicily though. If you have Sicily, there's redundance here, I think. I'm strong on that opinion because there's a heavy similarity here. But again, this is much more developed and higher quality, and it has a little bit more oomph to it. There's more going on here, but there's a clear distinction between the two. I clearly pick up Sicily here, and it's mainly because of this, the way the fruitiness and the Lang Lang come across. Big time dominance here. Let's see. Heard bad things about this. I'm hoping they're wrong. By the way, don't read this, Ross. Well, good thing I read it after I smelled it. So, look, not everybody's going to feel this way. You got to like flowery. Again, if you like Sicily, you're going to like this. Basically, what it comes down to, I firmly believe that, and I can't say it's going to be every single person, but I would say the majority of people that like Mancera Sicily are going to be the people that like Isola Sol. Or if you like Isola Sol and you've never smelled Sicily, just want to let you know it's very similar, and you probably get away with getting that and get a very similar experience. You'll like that too. So anybody that happens to have both, if you have a decant of Isola Sol and you have Sicily, go spray them side by side. Do me that favor when you get an opportunity. I ain't stopping smoking Marlboros, Ross, but I did go from hundreds to shorts, which is the first baby step. If you want to call that a baby step, I bet you smoke more of the shorts than you did of the hundreds. I heard it's a more feminine Sicily with powder. There you go. So I'm not the only one relating it to Sicily then. Very similar to Sicily. Okay, so it wasn't you. My apologies then. I don't know. I haven't smelled either. And because it's one of my only two 10 out of 10 fragrances, I'm actually not interested in smelling a clone. I'm actually not. I have clones of a bunch of other Roja Parfums fragrances, but I wear Isola Blue so little that I don't want to waste my time with a clone when I got the real one. So when I want to wear it, I'll just wear that one. That's one of the few that I'm actually not interested in. People say, but we want your opinion. Well, just sample it yourself. I'm actually not interested. No matter who makes it, I'm actually not interested. So that you're on your own with that one. I won't be able to help you out, unfortunately, Rich, because that's a rare occasion where I'm just not interested in a clone. Most other things, sure, I'd love to try them and see how close they get. But when it comes to something that I literally hold at the top of my collection, literally at the top, I'm not interested in a clone because I'll take away from wearing experiences with the real deal. Makes sense? Sweet Smooth, hit me up. Hez Hurricane. What's going on? How are you? Isola Blue, definitely interested in seeing the difference. It doesn't really smell like it at all, I don't think. Good to see you, Montrese. No, she ain't getting it. I ain't caving like you did with your sister. His sister stole his bottle of honey oud. She ain't getting this bottle. Just like Orient Express from Les Fleurs de Golf. She sprays it more than I do, but it stays in here. It's on that shelf right over there. We can share it, but it's staying in this collection. It ain't going to her. I'll let her steal a bunch of fragrances, but there's certain ones I'm firm on. They're staying in my room. No, you got to come over here if you want to spray it. That tells me you really want to spray it if you carry your ass over here to get it. Because there's certain things I spray out of her collection. So rare, though. So rare. Happy Tuesday. Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Great choice. Frags in hand. Good to see you, sir. Jimmy Choo Man Intense for my out the shower scent. Sorry I'm late, boys. I'm at work, but just stopped in to say what's up. Scent of the day. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. Great choice. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. Ross, you're not the only one. Someone told me Sicily, but more femme and powdery, and they love Sicily, but don't like this. I'm kind of surprised because I find it kind of odd, honestly, for lack of a better word to use here, that you could like Sicily and not like this. Now, I go back to just get Sicily. It's close enough. It's close enough. That's so much more expensive than Sicily. But there's always a but, right? It is really good if you like these types of floral notes. If you like yellow floral, probably the best yellow floral fragrance I've ever smelled. You know, I call Sicily a masterpiece because of the way it uses lang lang and fruits. And this, I think, is superior. But you're fine with Sicily. You don't need this if you have Sicily. So it's contrary kind of thing, contradictory to one another. But if it's like Sicily, I need that sample. It's expensive. Get a sample first. But it is a more complex Sicily. Higher quality too. It's got more oomph, like he said, more powder. Definitely has more powder. I've smoked one of his cigars for the tobacco review. That's the last time I smoked anything. Was the blonde cigar. Yeah, because I wanted to do it for the video, but I don't smoke. That was a couple of years ago. I had already stopped smoking cigarettes and vaping for a few years at that point when I smoked that cigar for that review. Because it's a shithole glorified subreddit troll fest that's unmoderated, that you use to be hateful towards me specifically. So fuck Fragrantica. Fuck them. I was told, you should email them with people that know the editors and the owners and everything. No. I'm not interested. Let it be what it is. Fragrantica at one time was a very usable tool. And just look through the pages, guys. It's a fucking shit show. Luckily, Base Notes and Eye Fragrance and Parfumo hasn't turned into that, because it's still forums that, you know, people can sign up with, not needing to take an aptitude test. And do whatever they want, but they haven't ruined those sites the way they've ruined Fragrantica. And that's why I firmly am against it. It's used specifically against me. I try to use it as little as possible. Like the glorified bullshit I get from certain echo chambers, they're on there too, and they use it the same way. So it's used as a hateful tool against me in many ways. So it's like, I'm not going to fucking support it. I'm not going to put it on my platform. They don't care, so I don't care. Fuck them. Fragrantica could care less about me, so I echo the sentiment. If anybody from Fragrantica gets sent this, I'm sure you don't care. Just know that I don't either. I have nothing good to say about your platform. So moderate your shit. I'm all about free speech, but bullshit's bullshit. Moderate your fucking platform. And then maybe it can come back on my channel. Or you don't care, and that's fine. My channel's my channel. Your platform is your platform. We don't have to support one another. That's the God's honest truth. Y'all picking the right day to ask me stuff like this, because again, I'm deprived, so my irritability is really high. I got zero tolerance today. Not really. Some faintly, they do the same job. Isola Blue is much more tropical, whereas Vetiver Sensual is more vetiver based. It's more of a smoky, woodsy vetiver. Ricky, good to see you. Yeah, there's similarity, but not strong similarity, I don't think, anyways. Missed my morning session. Wearing the great fragrance choice though. I had a question. Will you ever review brands that aren't popular from foreign countries? You ever get a chance? I have some suggestions. Possibly. They got to interest me. Hey, Randy's on top of it. That's the thing. Yeah, I'm the person that labeled it Trograntica. Anytime you hear anybody across the internet call it Trograntica, that started here. I started that. It's full of trolls. And there's still a bunch of guys. Like, it's not every user, because there's hundreds of thousands of users. There's a bunch of good people in there that are giving their honest feedback and everything. I don't mean every person on there. It's a small number of dickheads on the internet. And that's fine. They make profiles about me and use my picture and say these horrible things about me, just like you would find on Reddit and all these other places about me. It's fine. I appreciate the advertisement. It's just, if that's how you're going to let your platform be, I don't want to support your platform. There's other sources that I can use, such as Parfumo, Base Notes, iFragrance. I'll support those platforms. They moderate their shit a little bit. They weed out some of the nonsense and keep it about fragrance. That's what these sites are supposed to be for. Profondo Day. Juicy sweet floral. Yes, indeed. I am wearing Xerjoff Mephisto right here. Being part of this fragrance community reminds me daily of just how many fragrances there is out there. I'm officially adding Isola Blue to my sample list. It's totally worth trying. Totally, totally worth trying. Let's see. So I read that already. You see you retyped it again. Hope all is well. What's something designer that leans towards BR540 type? Scent of the day. So my wife's favorite, one she wears the most, is Banana Republic's Rosewood Amour. Smells very close. And it's pretty affordable. It's like $30, $40, something like that. It's actually pretty close. My wife's had it for a couple of years. Vonzo Vestige at the beach today. It's super fresh. Proof that Fragrantica has degenerated into a troll site. Just look at any new release. Yeah, it's not just stuff about me, guys. It's they've let the page go to shit. The forum has gone to shit for the most part. A lot of people complain. All you got to do is go read the comments on the new one. People bash it, compare it to stupid shit, downvote a bunch of stuff. They literally find joy in ruining a fragrance profile page, like a specific new fragrance or whatever, without any real. You'll see people complaining about Fragrantica do something. This is ridiculous. This is not what this place is for. It's not just me. It gets weaponized against me with a select number of people, but there's a bigger picture to it beyond me. It's not just about me. But because of the shit about me is why I just absolutely fuck them. I won't deal with them. I'm not interested. My wife's spaghetti. I'm looking forward to her cooking a spaghetti. Before we peeled those layers off, quite the contrast. North Stag. Trois got a bottle of Hypnotizing Fire Parfum for a price I could not ignore. Yay, rant of the night. I mean, today was the day to get one for sure. Quick question. Which one should I get if I'm looking for a new fragrance? Sauvage EDP or Ambassador Intense? They're quite different from one another because Elixir and Ambassador Intense are kind of similar to one another. For everyday wear, Sauvage EDP. For evenings, Ambassador Intense. Where can I drop suggestions, Ross? I guess here. I guess here would be a good spot. Sicily is fruitier. I think that's fair because there's more floral dominance here for sure. Floral, powdery, creamy, definite similarities though. Yeah, I agree. Just sucks when there's a new release and 95% of the early scores are trolls until a few years catches it up. Yeah. Fuck Fragrantica. I like how the fragrance didn't come out yet and there's already bad reviews. I'm telling y'all, it's beyond just the stuff about me. Like I said, it's a small percentage of bullshit about me. It's just a little bit. Mainly targeted towards my fragrance pages. That's why I don't even bother going to Business Over Pleasure and even Mystique pages anymore. That's where the trolls about me hang out. So I don't even bother looking at my own fragrance pages anymore. They ruined those a long time ago. But it's if you go to look at a new release, they destroy the shit. Not every single one of them, but the majority. The majority of them. Oh, God forbid somebody with a YouTube channel put a fragrance out. You go to town on those. It's sad. It's sad. It was a great place at one point. It's a shithole now. The Sony Wave Parfum Pour Homme, very, very similar to Bleu de Chanel. Basically affordable Bleu de Chanel. Very, very similar. Any experience with Who is Elijah? I've never even heard of that. Just to share files. First time I've seen that name. YouTube should have a channel suggestion box. Not a bad idea. You say your sin of the day was, if you see my question, I missed it, my bad. So my sin of the day is Xerjoff Mephisto. His palms are sweaty, body dehydrated, arms are heavy, competition ready, wife spaghetti. I like how you manipulated lose yourself there. Called Junad Jamshed, never heard of that. No fragrance is actually solid. They sell here in the U.S. One of their popular fragrances is Janan Sport. All right. Miss Ross talking about fragrances. Hope this helps. LOL. So we're about to hit an hour and a half. So we're going to shut this down in about 4 minutes. So we'll get to the hour and a half mark and we'll shut it down. I appreciate you guys hanging with me, hearing with my bad. This is my burner account. Well, hey, at least your burner account is subscribed. I appreciate the support. I got a few burner accounts that are subscribed to me. So, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure. Scent of the day, Dylan Blue, excellent choice. Do you have any clones or alternatives for Isola Blue? I do not. I was asked that earlier. I'm not interested in checking any of them because I have the real one and I wear it so rarely and hold it in such high regard that I don't want to take away the few times that I do wear it here and there by having a clone of it. So I'll never entertain. And I mean never. Never say never, but I'm saying never. Never entertain the clones for that fragrance specifically, because I don't want to take away any potential times I would want to wear the real deal and go for the clone when I could just wear the real deal. So I'm not going to be helpful. I'm going to be the least helpful channel ever in history when it comes to a clone of Isola Blue. I'm letting you guys know right now because I have zero interest in a clone of it. Zero. That's one of the few that I'm just not open to a clone. I'm not interested. Tons of other stuff I'm cool with checking out the clones on, but that one, I'm going to be useless for you, my man. I appreciate you, sir. You may want to check out Ocean Eyes by Who is Elijah. I've never even heard of that. Carthusia? Recently picked up a bottle in this great blend of salt, watery notes, rosemary, and mint. I like the sound of that. Works great on 90 degree day. It sounds like it. Burner account. I got a few burner accounts that are subscribed to me. Bilbo Fraggins is a burner account. And he's got a bunch of other ones that are subscribed to me too. I know who Bilbo Fraggins is. Shout out to Bilbo Fraggins. Yeah, there's a lot of burners out there. There really is. Let's see. Anyone tried Orto Parisi Bergamask? I've heard good things. There you go. Brandy can tell you about it. You don't use Fragrantica. What other platforms besides Profumo? Mainly Parfumo. It's rare that I use base notes, but iFragrance for newer stuff. Since iFragrance came around in the last couple of years, they're very, very useful. We do split screens with them all the time. iFragranceofficial.com. Follow them on IG. They're the first to drop info on new stuff. And then mainly Parfumo. I'll begrudgingly go to Fragrantica if I have to, if Parfumo doesn't have what I'm looking for. But I purposely try to not. Like I had to do it this morning. Like one of the 3 note breakdowns I put on screen. I even said in the video, like, I hate to even have to do this. I had to for Dazzling Garden because Parfumo didn't have the note breakdown, unfortunately. So I went get it from Fragrantica. It's okay, very potent. What does L-site mean? I don't know what you mean. What does that mean? Elaborate. We're at the bottom, so if you type something right now, I'll see it. But I have no idea. Have you tried Isola? I think it's a bit much too feminine for me. I hope you like it. So you're the one that brought up that it was too feminine. So yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. It's very feminine dominant because it's very floral. A lot of Lang Lang reminded me of Sicily immediately. It is more powdery. It's more floral dominant, but I actually quite like it. I gave it an 8.75 out of 10. Can't hold a candle to Isola Blue and Oligarch. But yeah, I do like it quite a bit, but I like this style of fragrance though. Loser site, to me it is. And look, it's hard to say that because my animosity is towards those that run the site because they don't moderate the shit. It's not about the users. Certain dickheads that are, making these burner bullshit, toxic ass fucking profiles, but the majority of the profiles are just good people, just looking to share information. It's not about the overall user base. It's a very small percentage of the bullshit accounts. And it's just for granting of themselves for not moderating the site and allowing just fuckery, just complete fuckery and trashing of their site. It's well beyond stuff about me. It's about what they let happen on these fragrance pages to these fragrance profiles. It's just a shit show. That's why it's like I support it as little as humanly possible. Like, I hate to even have this conversation and talk about them here and now because that's shine. Bad press is still press. Take it from a guy that gets bad press. Press is still press. You know what I mean? It's still advertisement. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Musky actually over dominates the citrus. Once it settles, nice try, but it's nice, but try first. Clone of Luciano that does fragrances. Coastal Breeze. I saw that one. I have it in my cart. I'm probably going to check that one out. I want to see how close it is to that because I actually have Pacific Chill. It's funny that you say that. That just came in stock on Fragrance Buy. Ooh, Bacio Immortel. That's a higher quality take on Tuscan leather, basically, is how you can look at that. It's really, really good. That's my go-to for weddings. There you go. It's a loser site, I think. So hyped for Seraphine Blue. Oh, my fucking God, let's go. I needed a new blue, and Jeezy came through. I'm wearing it tomorrow. I'm wearing it again tomorrow. It's lined up. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. I can't wait for you guys to check it out. Back to work. Have a great night. You have a good one as well. We're about to shut it down. I've actually made it to the bottom. Yes. You're going to have to scroll back a little bit, but I'll give you a brief summary real quick, Rick, because it's you and because I love you. If you like Sicily, you'll probably like this. Immediately, I thought of Sicily. Lang-a-lang, fruity, but this is more powdery, more complex. It's got more oomph, and it's definitely higher quality than Mancera. But I would say it's pretty redundant to Sicily. If you have Sicily, you don't need it. But if you like Sicily, you'll probably want to try it. Like, it's not just a clever color. It's very, I don't know if he was going for Sicily, but it smells pretty damn similar. Oh, it is better. It's very floral. If you don't like feminine leaning floral, you won't like it. It's a fruity floral. Tropical fruity floral is the way I would classify this one. Very powdery, but I don't think it's too feminine. I like the floral fragrances. That's just me. But it's very fresh, powdery, juicy, fruity floral smell. The way I would describe this. Nice woody element in the backdrop, but immediately reminded me of Sicily. Damn, I do. And then you'll probably like it. It's worth sampling. If you like Sicily, because you probably heard me say in the past, I think Sicily is like a masterpiece from them. It's like, I've looked at Sicily until now as the best yellow floral dominant fragrance I've ever smelled. That's the mountaintop for yellow floral to me. This is a little bit better. It's pricier. It should be better. Redundant if you like Sicily, though. Gotta say. But that's my take on it. If I wasn't doing a blue fragrance week, I'd wear it this week. I'll probably save it for next week. I want to wear it. I do like it. I gave it an 8.75 out of 10. To me, it doesn't hold a candle to the Oligarch Isola Blue DNA, but it's still really good from them. Borderline outstanding. That's why I split the difference of great and outstanding at 8.75. It's really good for what it is. If you like this style, it is a really good, well-blended effort at a yellow floral dominant fruity fragrance. Apparently, I'm one of the few that feels that way from the feedback I'm getting here in the chat, but I don't know. I like what I like, you know? So on that note, we're going to go ahead and shut it down. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging with me. Thanks for listening to the rants. I appreciate all of you being here, seriously. If you want to check anything out, all their websites are down below. I don't have any codes or anything like that. They're just there for convenience. If I would encourage sampling with Untamed, I would definitely encourage getting a discovery set so you can try My Greek Lover, Solace C, and you can try Dancing in the Flames because this is actually quite good. Oh, God, it's so creamy. Some good stuff here today. And this is just a soapy, clean floral. So we got two floral dominant fragrances today that I did not see coming because I didn't know what I was getting into with them. But check out today's Carolina Herrera Fragrance Haul video from this morning if you haven't yet. No stream tomorrow, but we will be back on Thursday. Not sure what the topic is going to be just yet. But again, I appreciate you guys being here, and y'all have a good one. Catch you later.